and what the steps are that are happening right now. And yeah, we can give you details. Okay, absolutely.
Before the cleanup, can we get the risk involved in what happened last night?
We can have a discussion about risk.
Well, shouldn't that be first before you tell us how you're going to clean?
Sure. So there's a lot of different questions going on. Yeah, we're gonna. So there's a lot of different ways we can do it, and what we're going to do is start off with Randy talking about what happened last night from a cleanup perspective. But I'm not going to work with
Ladies and gentlemen, we want to explain. We do. If we want to hear from you, we have to talk to you. Let us talk.
If the Mercury was found yesterday. No, Tuesday. No, he was found. My son was found on Tuesday. When he got tested, on the bottom of his feet. He wasn't discovered until you had your assembly at 11 o'clock. When your chief came out and told the parents that they're doing a sweep class to class and that they were going to release the kids afterwards, if it's such a small amount, why all the lies from the school? No communication with the parents. Did you have this and make us stand again? Didn't we do that enough last night?
Yes. Let us talk, sir. Let us talk. We want to address it, sir. Let us talk, okay?
Yeah, we would like to start talking now. Are we ready for that? Okay. Thank you, everyone. Okay, we're going to start with Randy, who will give a very brief but informed with all of the facts that happened last night. Details. Okay, so can you just we'll be doing some question and answers, and we want to get to all of your questions. Okay, but we want to do it in a way where everyone can hear and understand and get some valuable information out of this. Does everyone agree that that's what we want to achieve tonight? We want to achieve information sharing so that everyone comes out of here with a good amount of information. Okay, then let's get it going, and we'll start with some talking, and then we'll get to questions and answers. Is everyone all right with that format? Okay.
Can everyone hear me okay? Good to speak with you. My name is Randy Mattis. I'm the federal on-scene coordinator that came from San Francisco yesterday evening to help figure out what the problem was and try to make the process more efficient so we can. So I'm gonna get to all these things. So I don't mind questions in the middle of the conversation, but if I can't get through what I'm talking about, it's gonna not make sense. So give me the time. I'm certainly here to help, which is why I was brought in from San Francisco to do that. So I'm on your side. I got a kid too. I certainly wouldn't want to go through the situation that you went through. So give me the time. I'll try to tell you everything I know, and then we can have some questions about that. And if I pull the mic away, just let me know and I'll speak louder again. So I got in around 9:30 yesterday evening, and what I witnessed was an emergency response. There was an unknown amount of mercury spilled. When? I don't know, because I just got there at And how much, I certainly don't know because I just got there at 9:30. Mercury, if it was spilled on this floor, you probably wouldn't see it. And so it's unknown how much material actually could have been spilled. And a very little amount of mercury can go a long way in the sense of how it vaporizes and gets into the air. So it's really unknown how much could have been spilled. It's very dense. So if you think about like a teaspoon of mercury, that could weigh, I don't know exactly, that could weigh 15 grams, 20 grams. There's a lot of mass to mercury. It's like 10 to 1, so it's 10 times denser than water. And so when it's spilled or played with and thrown around, since it's so dense, it goes into the cracks. It goes into the lowest possible spot on the floor. It's going to just find its way. It loves gravity, works with gravity, goes down to the ground. So when I got there at 9:30, I saw what was happening. We had 3 Lumex. I have a piece of equipment over here. It's called a Lumex. It's a mercury vapor analyzer. Very sensitive. Most of us, the older folks in the room, probably have mercury silver fillings in their mouth that has mercury in them. I can put that in your mouth, and you'll have a higher reading than when we sent your kids home last night. That's how sensitive that is. But to do that, it takes a lot of time to make sure that we're really getting that problem and taking care of it. Because I know we have young ones at home, and we send the slightly older one home, and maybe it's tracking on their shoes. The young ones just crawling on the floors can be exposed to this. So we really had to take a lot of time and effort to really make sure that we were careful about how we were sending folks home. Again, I can't speak to when it happened, how it happened, how much. I just don't know. I just know when I was brought in, my job was to triage what was happening and how to expedite the process of getting the kids home safe. That was my job. And so I evaluated. We had 3 units. I was able to bring 2 additional units in, and we started making the process a little more efficient. We worked, the way emergency responses go, it's chaotic. There's just no way around it. It starts chaotic, and the faster so it starts something like this. It's really chaotic. Everyone is trying to figure something out. There's a lot of people volunteering. There was 100 emergency responders in this. The fire department, the police department, the school board. It was an amazing amount of resources that were trying to make this right. And they just needed a little help to just get it. So when I was there, I was watching this happen. My job was to make it smooth. So it took me about an hour and a half to 2 hours to make it smooth. We went from screening children at a slower rate to almost screening them at 100 to 150 an hour. 5 units going. Now what happens in some cases, they were contaminated. Contaminated is a strange word because they weren't, their life wasn't at risk. Their health wasn't at risk, but they had some mercury vapors or some sort of mercury residue somewhere either on a shirt or on a backpack or on a sneaker, and it's just, it vaporizes, so it's kind of all over. So you have to really take your time and figure out where that spot is.
What temperature does that happen?
What temperature?
What temperature does mercury actually?
Very low temperatures, and the fact that it was like 90 degrees last night, it was actually helping us. So the fact that it was really hot was even better for us because it really helps vaporize mercury at that temperature. So it was really actually beneficial for us. And so you have to take your time and figure out these spots, because then when you find the spot, you can clean the spot, and then you have to go back over. In some cases, girls with long hair, and it was contaminated, we had to send them to a shower. We had to wash their hair, dry their hair, and really screen them. And that takes time. If we rush it, we might miss something, and we could send somebody home and spread contamination. And that's hard. I don't know how many children did we have? Yeah, so somewhere between 12 and 1,400. That is a lot. That is a lot. So we're averaging, especially as we started smoothing the response chaos out a little bit, we started averaging 150, which is really good. And that's considering if we don't find any contamination. If we find them, we have to send them back through the process. They have to get decontaminated, and then they have to come back through and scan. And in some cases, 3, 4, 5 times people have to go through, right? And so we have y'all outside. I had a tear in my eye for you guys because I know how painful that was. And now I have the children in there who are scared. There's no doubt in my mind. They are scared, and they are trying to figure out, am I contaminated? Am I going to be sick? What does this mean? And they have people with machines, and we were wearing gloves and boots, and it could be a scary situation. And so the fire department, it was amazing how calm and nurturing they were. In this chaos with everything else happening, it was quite impressive. And so by around midnight or 1 in the morning, we finally had the situation smooth, and we were just steamrolling at that point. But we get a few hot spots, we get a few children that have material on them again, and we have to send them through the process. And by about 4:30 in the morning, 4:45, we were done with the children. Then we had to do the decon of the 100 emergency responders that were there, and we had to do the decon of the 100 faculty and support staff that was there. So I don't think some of them. It is what it is. I've slept an hour and a half. I'm sure most of you have slept nothing. So we're all in this together. Emergency response is a community. It's not me. It's not you. It's us together. Otherwise, it doesn't work. I wear this emergency response on my chest. This is what I do for a living. I do emergency responses when things get this serious. They call myself and some of my colleagues in to help this, because this is what we do all the time. We help try to bring order to the chaos that's happening. So I think I tried to give you as many details as I can. If you want to know units, so nanograms per cubic meter, it's a very low number. 1,000 nanograms per cubic meter is what we typically would use to cure residential property. So if we come into your house, we're going to use that measurement, that meter, we're going to come all around, and anything that's above 1,000 nanograms per cubic meter over a certain time period, you'd have to evaluate for remediation. I'll get to your questions. What we were finding on most of the kids were below this. For schools, considering occupancy is different than a home, not in the school as often as you are at home, you're not sleeping, so there's different hours,